liked him way too much. There was that moment in the third quarter he was really good, but for the most part, he was frustrated all night.
Yeah, as you mentioned in the first half, just 2 of 10 for 6 points. He ends up 6 of 15 on the night. But look at the difference since his return from health and safety protocols. His previous 4, he came out of the gate roaring, averaging 35.5 points. That has been cut in half over the last 3. And again, frustration tonight. Let's hear from Harden.
James, Coach said the team hasn't looked quite right since everybody returned from health and safety protocols. From your perspective, what has it been like trying to, with the group back together, trying to regain that edge?
A little frustrated. Just can't get it together. It's been about, what, 4 games or something like that, 4 out of 5. I feel like it's both ends of the ball, and it's just a little frustrating, but this happens throughout the course of a long season. You just got to find a way to get out of it.
How are you feeling physically right now? Talk about minutes and disjointed season with health and safety.
I'm good. It's about the team, honestly. Like, I want to play good, like as individually and as a group. Like those are the best feelings. But honestly, like these grind and tough days and dog days is what makes special individuals and units. So, like I said, we got to just get out of it.
James, talk about issues on both sides of the ball. I mean, is there a common thread to you in this 4 or 5 game stretch on with either one of those?
No, it feels like it's everything. Honestly, it feels like it's just everything. We can't get stops consistently. Offensively, it's a little bit difficult. And our spacing isn't great in most possessions. It's a little bit of everything, and it feels like it's all, piling on each other.
When you came back, you didn't have Kevin, and then now Kyrie comes and plays a game. Is it hard, sort of the last 4 or 5 games you're playing a different lineup, it seems like every night to figure out which way to play?
Yeah, we haven't had any consistency, and that's probably one of the reasons why. It's a lot of ups and downs. So, like I said, we find some consistency. We find some our roles and what we're supposed to be doing. Not what we're supposed to be doing, but our roles and like our lineups and rotations and things like that. And we'll get out of it. It's just a tough times right now.
It would be easy to kind of look at the little layoff that you guys had, with COVID, but you guys came out of that layoff and played well in LA. So I mean, is it more just kind of? I mean, we still didn't have everybody. So, now basically at full roster other than Joe. We just got to find a way, man. We're a good team, trying to become a great team, and we go through things like this. That's what's going to make us great at the end of it is just getting out of stretches like this and figuring our identity out and figuring ourselves out individually and as a unit.
James, just looking at the box score, you were 6 of 15 tonight. Was that more the Bucks defense, or did you get the looks that you wanted and they just didn't fall?
You mean like I missed some shots or I didn't shoot enough, or what is the question?
No, I'm just saying, you missed 9 shots. So was that from the Bucks defense?
Basketball. I am going to miss some shots, but I feel like I tried to get to the rim, miss a couple layups. The usual as far as trying to be aggressive and get to the basket and take the available shot. A couple of them didn't fall, and, it is what it is.
James, you guys obviously have done it for 3 months, but was it strange at all having Kyrie the other night and then tonight?
Nah, it wasn't strange. It felt good, honestly, to have him back. It felt good. It felt like a extra life that we had. But, we gotta live what we're dealt with, and that's, home games. We gotta figure ways, and even road games. Just because Kai's on the road with us, don't mean it's gonna be easy for us as well. So we gotta mesh and we gotta find ways to win games each individual time we play. Every time we step on the floor, man, teams are going out as they feel like they got something to prove, and we gotta know that, and we gotta bring that same mentality towards them.
Knowing how much different you are with him, as somebody who knows him really well, do you talk to him at all about, hey, we need you, get that?
I mean, he knows that.
Get the shot.
He knows that.
Do you talk to him at all about vaccination?
He knows that. Nah.
Greg Logan.
James, I'm on Zoom.
Hey, Greg.
Steve mentioned tonight that you guys have kind of lost a little bit of swagger on defense. Where do you think that comes from, and what can you do to get it back and to put the defense back the way it was, prior to that break with COVID?
I think our physicality is the start of it. Being up to the ball, make sure our man feel us, and that's the beginning right there. That's where it starts, and then as the possession gets, a shot clock gets lower and lower. We got a better chance of, locking in and on the ball, whether it's pick and roll or ISO, and that gives a better position to rebound in the basketball. So I feel like initially we're not doing both, and we have spurts where we're really good, and then we have spurts where we're not. And you give teams
Go up on a stat sheet have been absent lately with this group.
Yeah, you name it. We've really struggled since returning from all the COVID interruptions. We were having a very good year. We actually played well through the COVID situation, but since we've gotten everyone back, more or less, we just haven't had the confidence, the spirit, the joy, and you can see it. There's too many lapses and not enough pace and enthusiasm, and we got to find that. We got to get that back after this interruption and build again a group that goes out there and is difficult to play against.
How disappointing or troubling is it when at home in front of a crowd is when you typically have that spirit or juice to get a boost in that regard, and it not be there now with 5 losses at home, straight losses?
Yeah, we've struggled at home by our standards, so it is frustrating. I believe we're 500 at home, so that is difficult. The positive is we got a lot of room for improvement. We were having a good year. We were defending. We're winning with our defense, and that's taken a hit here since we've come back. But I think some of it is also just the inconsistency of COVID. Guys in and out, guys trying to get their fitness back, then all coming back together with no practice time. Some of that is just how it hit us. When we had half a team, throughout that we played good basketball and winning basketball. So. There's room for growth. There's room for us to look in the mirror and make some tough calls about all of us individually and collectively, and recognize the room for growth and the opportunity.
Steve, essentially, with these 5 past games you averaged you've given up about 118 points per game on average. Is there a common thread defensively with you guys on these, or is it a different problem each game?
No, I think there's a few common threads. I don't think we're into the ball. We're not combative enough to start games. We're not clean enough with our communication at the level of the ball. There's not enough of a presence. I think we can do better in transition as well, getting organized. But it's just fundamental stuff that has taken a dip since we've all got back together. And so